There has never and will never be a movie that looks like Tobe Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a force of nature. It's one of the most important horror films ever made. And here to talk to us today about it is the cinematographer, the man who shot the film, Mr. Daniel Pearl. Thank you so much for being with us today. How did you first meet Tobe Hooper?
Right when I graduated, my buddies were over at my house, and I told them, guys, I think I'm pretty good at the cinematography thing. I was 23 at the time. I said, I will shoot a feature film by the time I'm 35. I'll be the youngest guy to ever shoot a feature film anybody's seen. And all my buddies, they were all directorial students, and they all went, that's pretty bold shit. Well, 3 weeks later, Tobe rang up, and he'd seen some commercials that I had been shooting for the directorial students that had graduated ahead of me. Whenever I talk about Tobe, I talk in the Texas accent. Daniel? That's, he always called me Daniel. Daniel, man, I've seen your work, and I reckon you're the best cinematographer in the state of Texas, and I want you to shoot my movie. So I went, yeah, sure, can I read a script? Well, I read it, and it was incredible. It was there on paper, really strong. I mean, literally hair standing up on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
For Tobe, it was totally a political allegory. For me, it was the story of what would happen if our cars broke down between the cities. We consider the cities of Texas to be the safe islands. We travel from Austin, 200 miles to Dallas or 80 miles to San Antonio, whatever it is, to Houston. We were sure that if our cars broke down, that the rednecks would have their way with us, and certainly they'd, cut our hair and do whatever. In my mind, it was sort of taking that fear that we had to the next level.
Yeah.
But for Tobe, it was a lot about, the gasoline shortage, the Vietnamese War, and just, a lot of the political injustice that was going on in the world.